When I was younger, my teacher once asked me as an assignment what I wanted to be when I grew up. And apparently, the wrong answer was big. Now, I still fit through most doorways, and that is an absolute problem that I would like to solve. I woke up this morning at 335 pounds, and we just finished work, and we are on our way to the gym to try and wage war on both gravity and the width of door frames at the same time. We have I guess it's a bench accessory day, but I believe my coach, Joe Sullivan, has a lot of bodybuilding kind of methodologies going on into training. So it's technically an upper body day with some back, some buys, some tries, some shoulders, and we're going to get fucking yoked. We're going to be thick, we're going to be juicy, and we're going to finally have a bench press that's respectable. And maybe my dad might even love me and say he's proud of me because I finally hit something significant on the platform. What's up, guys? I'm Patrick, and welcome back to another video where we are going to be thick, we're going to be juicy, and I'm going to walk you guys through how to kind of do accessories leading up to a bench press. And we are either 16, 17 weeks out from the WRPF Ghost Clash 3 held in Miami, Florida, where the past 2 years have been some of the largest prize pools in powerlifting and have kind of started a trend, which I like inside of powerlifting, on adding bigger prize pools to winning meets, which is super cool. I still have won $0 total dollars when it comes to competing in powerlifting. And in conjunction with the American Pro that happened last year and this year, they've started taking meets away from gyms and putting them in actual spectacle environments. So the American Pro is held in kind of like an auditorium where semi-professional wrestling goes down. They've even got a jumbotron where they hook up the live feed, where that's usually right above the wrestling ring, except instead of scripted fake fights, we're doing real heavyweights. And last year, the Ghost Clash was held at a brewery. They haven't announced where the location is yet, but our main goal, since today is a bench accessory day, upper body day, our main goal of the meet is to leave with the heaviest bench of the day. The only people I can see taking that away from me, if they are competing, is Luke Nall and Zach Myers. Luke Nall, big super heavyweight powerlifter who competed at the American Pro last year, had the second heaviest squat, heaviest total of the meet, but he did it in sleeves. Second biggest bench as well. I was able to sneak in a little bit of a heavier bench press under his nose as I competed afterwards, the day after he competed, and I was able to win that day. But between Luke Nall, Zach Myers, and I, we are going to be jockeying for the number one bench press in 2024. The three of us, it's now that Tom Davis is semi-retired, he's always saying he's coming back, and we want to give him the benefit of the doubt, but he's been coming back for a couple of years, and I really wanted to compete against him and compete with him, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen anytime soon. So it's just Luke, Zach, and I jockeying for first place. We all have a bench PR, I believe, of 635 pounds, give or take a couple of pounds, due to the transition from kilos to pounds, the conversion between those two, and the weights that we're allowed to select. So 635, basically, all three of us in full power. We don't count bench only guys. We don't count them as real people. They want to be powerlifters, but they're one-trick ponies who don't compete full power. And I've been saying this for years. It is gay to do a bench-only meet if you're not loading either 700 on the bar or you don't have an injury. And just saying that you want to be a bench-only guy, it's a little gay. But some guys out there I do have a lot of respect for, like Daniel Rajov. Pretty cool guy. I've talked to him a couple times. But come on, guys. Stop skipping leg day. Jimmy Kolb's pretty cool, though. Jimmy Kolb, ooh, 1,400 pound bench press in a band shirt. But, like, I mean, when you're benching more than most people squat, when you have the heaviest single lift in powerlifting history, and it's a fucking bench press, whew, you best believe some panties are dropping and some whitey tighties. But we're off to the gym. We're going to have a good time. We've got some supersets. We've got back supersets. We've got tricep supersets. We're going to be hitting some curls for the girls. We're going to be hitting some. I'm supposed to be doing assault bike sprints, but it's broken. I broke it. Oops. So instead, we're going to be doing, it's supposed to be arms only assault bike, but we're going to do arms only rowing. Close enough, right? Have you ever supersetted a movement with the same movement and gotten more gains for it? Now, the first thing that we're doing today, I guess it's technically the third thing since we did 10 minutes of walking and then that kind of cardio warm-up superset. But the first actual like compound, not even compound, it's a bench accessory day. So the first movement that we're doing today, the first official movement on the program that's not like asterisked as a warm up, is superset, where we're supersetting neutral grip lat pull down with 505 neutral grip lat pull down. The 505 stands for a tempo, a specific tempo that we're supposed to use to slow the weight down. 5 count down, 5 count up. So we've got 20 reps, just regular lat pull down, neutral grip lat pull down, trying to get the stretch and compression and hold to make sure that we get the most gains out of it. And then once we're done with the first 20 reps, where we are doing our utmost to control the weight, we're not doing a specific tempo with it, we're just trying to control the weight for all 20 reps. I generally use an 013 where we contract as fast as possible, have a quick hold, and then control it very slowly back up to the stretch. But the 505 means 5 count down, no pause at the bottom, 5 count up. So we've done 20 controlled reps. We're feeling the burn. And we go until the final 6 reps. And not only do we feel the burn, but we hate the burn the entire time, because it's like, it's you're vinegar stroking the entire time, because you're like, I just want to get this over with. Like, the amount of pump that you get from doing it, it's not grinding it out, it's intentionally leaning into the hypoxic response of your body after you've done 20 reps to get all the oxygen out of your muscles, and if they're just gasping, you put it in a situation where it's going to have to adapt to something, and the adaptation that's going to occur is an increase in endurance. You get a bigger pump, you get higher amounts of blood flow due to getting a bigger pump, because your body's trying to get more oxygenated red blood cells to the muscles. And by doing that, it increases the endurance. And what happens when you increase the endurance of a muscle group is you're able to abuse it more. You're able to push it harder. You're able to work it more often and recover easier from it. So in kind of like an end run kind of way to explain what's going on is you get stronger in all the ways except for actually getting stronger, which allows you to get stronger by increasing your potential to get stronger. So I've just been explaining this because I am waiting for the lat pull down at this point, and I don't know what to do until I can get there. So I decided to just explain things to you in as simple terms as I can. Let me know if what I said made sense, or if you have any questions about it. I'm bored at work all the time, and I would gladly respond to any questions you guys have. Please ask questions. I appreciate it. Can't have an upper body day without shoulders, right? I got tiny little baby shoulders, so I'm gonna work to put some mass on there, right? So we've got face pulls with external rotation, which means we're doing a face pull, but we want our elbows to come up towards 90 degrees. So we're face pulling from below, going for a 90-degree, kind of kink in the elbow at the top. We're going to try and do the 013 tempo, which means we contract as fast as possible within reason. We're trying to touch the connector to the cables to our foreheads. And so we don't want to knock ourselves out. I mean, maybe you do, but gym's not the place to do that. But it means we're going to hold it at the top, or at least we're going to tell ourselves we're going to hold it at the top, because let's be honest, we say a lot of things and we think a lot of things, but when we actually do things, the video does not back up what we said we were going to do, unfortunately. But we're going to control it down, and the control down is the most important part, because if you've ever held a weight for a significant amount of time, you notice the muscles start to twitch, and that twitch is what we want to be doing. That's it, kind of begging for air. That's the hypoxic response coming in, along with a couple other biomechanical things going on at the same time. And we want to be leaning into that hypoxic response and the extra kind of biomechanical things that are going to be going on. And I could talk in circles about this, but I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna do it 4x20, 90 seconds of rest. So we've got a stupid thing that we're about to do, and that is dumbbell floor press. Now, I may or may not have an okay bench, which means that I have to use kind of larger weights when it comes to dumbbell floor press. I can't look. Usually, when someone does dumbbell floor press, they lap. They put the dumbbells in their lap and then they hip thrust it up to themselves. But with the dumbbells that I'm using, and what I would suggest you do, because this is safer on the shoulders, because you can tear something so quick doing the lap to hip thrust setup for the dumbbell floor press, is you grab a bench, you put the dumbbells on it, and you kind of just fall backwards with the dumbbells in your hands. And it is scary as shit at first, but once you get used to it, it's preferable to the other way. I still do not like it, and I've got a 3x8 programmed, and I'm going to try and get all 24 reps in one set so I don't have to do it multiple times. But last time I did a set of 21 and a set of 8. But using the 150-pound dumbbells, which are the maximum size dumbbells that we have at my gym, to gotta have some self-confidence here. Gotta show some disrespect to the weights with some raw strength. We're gonna bust out 24 reps as clean as we're just gonna get 24 reps out in one set. We're doing it. 300 pounds dumbbell floor press. Yeah, buddy. Expected. Oh, that was intended. Boys, this is the heaviest that we're gonna be. Is it? Yeah, this is the heaviest we're going with anything today on this bench accessory. Oh, I still got my music on. G Willikers. We've got neutral grip rows with a 2-count pause. So we're rowing it and we're holding it for a 2-count, internal 2-count, and then we're going down. But we want to perform this exercise correctly, not just perform it, and understand that lifting is stretching under a load. So at the bottom, while we're extended, we want to get to the point where we feel the stretch, but we're still in control of the weight. We don't want to go slack. We want to still have tension, but we want to feel the stretch. And what we're trying to do on the eccentric or concentric, when we bring it in, what we're trying to do, we're not just trying to pull it in, because that's not working the back, that's working the biceps, and our biceps are angry today because we have tendonitis. What we're trying to do is we're looking for scapular contraction. So when we bring it in, the main point of it is to pinch our scaps behind us. This will simulate getting and having the whip of the bar on a deadlift. The stronger we get with this, the better we get at dealing with whip at the floor when it comes to deadlifting. The better we get at doing this, the heavier loads we can take while deadlifting, while maintaining upper back rigidity. So we build up our back so that we can maintain that scapular retraction while we're deadlifting. So that's basically what we're going for. We've got a 5x8. I believe it's a 2-minute rest. We've got 4 plates per side. That's 360 total weight. Not that it matters. I mean, it's, I want to say things, but I'm trying to be humble. So part of the problem with being at the level that I am, I can say a lot of things that just roll off the tongue like it's supernatural, like not supernatural, but extremely natural. Like, oh, that's just 500 pounds. It's not that heavy. Stuff like that, where I don't even think about it because it's like a billionaire buying a new car. They use as much brain function to buy a stick of bubble gum as it does for them to like buy a new car. Like Bill Gates can go get some juicy fruit and he'll take a side of a Honda Civic too. You know, I don't want to come off as not humble, but it's only 360. I've maxed out isolateral plate loaded rows, and I love it. Back's probably my favorite muscle group to work. Nothing beats a back pump. You can fight me on that. I'll probably lose, but it's the thought that matters. I'm a little bit of a pansy. Come at me, bros, but like gently. I'm fragile, but let's do it. That's all I got to say. Oh, we've got the lifting hooks because I cannot hold for the amount of time that we need to do it. So we don't want to limit the development in our back muscles based on how strong our grip is. We don't want to be limiting the strength of our back to the strength of our grip. All the muscles in my entire arm, the mass of that cannot make up for the amount of mass in my lats and all the back muscles that are required to move weights like this. So we're using the grip hooks so that we can target the back better, because when you wrap your thumb around a handle or a bar or something, you're bringing more bicep into it. The ideal condition for you to isolate the back better is to finger gun. So you grab it with just your 3 fingers and hold it like that. But I mean, it's more comfortable to have just do a thumbs up. That's what I personally do most of the time. You saw earlier, I was doing the I believe I was doing the lat pull downs, finger gun for a bit, and then I kind of just slacked into the thumbs up kind of method. So I can't think of any more context that you guys might need. If you guys have any questions, ask them below. I am thirsty for questions to answer. I love answering questions. Even where do babies come from? There's no such thing as a dumb question. In fact, the dumber you make a question, the more entertaining it is to answer. Because I do exactly that whenever people post those like Instagram ask me a question boxes. So we're not supersetting the same movement with the same movement, but we do have the same movement twice in a row, but with different rep schemes. And that's going to work. You got fast and slow twitch muscle fibers, and you want to develop them both. And the way you get bigger is you develop both of them. And we are doing dumbbell curls, hammer curls, 3x20 and then 3x8. So we're developing the fast and slow twitch muscle fibers, which is going to give me a more size in the bicep. And one of the things about bench press is that you don't have anything to leverage off of, but you can leverage off of yourself. So you can kind of cheat the bench press by getting a bigger bicep. So we're trying to make my biceps as big as possible. You don't use the bicep very much when it comes to the bench press, but the bigger you get your biceps, the more that you can kind of launch off of it, kind of like a floor press. You can always floor press more than you can like actually bench press. So turn the bench press into a floor press by getting a massive fucking back and belly. I mean, yeah, and get your biceps as big as possible, and you'll be golden, Pony Boy. So let's start off with the 3x20. There are mechanisms in the human body that make you forget things easier when it is a traumatic experience. And the existence of this next accessory is one of those things that has not triggered that yet in my system, because it's even worse than that. And I know that is very misogynistic, because that mechanism is in the human body for trauma response, specifically because of childbirth. If you've ever been with a woman who's had a child, they're trying to get another insect parasite thing in them again in under a year or something. 2 and under 2, that's a thing that women on Pinterest tend to gravitate towards. High levels of judgment there. High levels of judgment. Young ladies, unacceptable. Men, I would suggest you secretly get a snip without them noticing. You know, be like, oh yeah, let's go for it, and just know that you're shooting blanks the whole time, and don't tell them. It's a benefit for you. But we have a superset. It is tricep pushdown on the cable with tricep pushdown on the cable. But the tricep pushdown on the cable, the first is a timed set. We're doing 30 seconds, so it doesn't matter what tempo we use. We can go, we can jerk it, we can make it go fast as possible, or we could add a tempo to it. It doesn't matter. What does matter is the tempo on the second part. After the 30 seconds is up, we throw in a 5:05 tempo. So it's a 5 count down, 5 count up, no pause at the bottom, where we are basically tearing our triceps apart. It's a fantastical way to get stronger, causing adaptations in the system. And yeah, I lost my train of thought there. My coach just texted me asking me if I was using straps, because I'm getting a lot of bicep tendonitis going on in my system. Oh, the
tastes good.
That's no. I have a very strong black lady who would get very angry at me if I had any of that. Just know I'm probably gonna have Chinese food on Saturday for my cheat meal. Oof. I'm getting a little tingly in my pants, but I gotta do triceps. Supersetting triceps with triceps. frame. But it's tummy time, Bears. What we got going on? So today was arms. I don't really have a bicep pump, mostly tricep pump. You can never get any sort of shoulder definition on this side, but you can see a little bit of tricep veinage going on, a little bit of back. Yep, the Bears love me. I don't. I'm doing this for my own progress, not for the Bears. I swear. They make me feel pretty.
You are pretty.
I'm strong and pretty.
There we go. You're Robert Overs.
Ah. I'm getting catcalled. They're saying I'm sexy like Robert Oberst. I got a lav mic. But today was a day. It was a upper body day. Kind of got a little bit of a shoulder, or not shoulder, but tricep pump going on. A little bit of a bicep pump didn't last this long. The back pump isn't there anymore, but it is what it is. Felt pretty good. We were able to be aggressive on everything up until the point that our bicep tendonitis decided that it was gonna rear its ugly head. So we gotta. Part of what the issue with that is I don't get enough range of motion on the lat pull down. Let me grab my shirt. I feel weird being this naked for this long. I don't even take showers this long. I'm in and out. That's how long I spend with your mom too. But it was a good day. So the reason that we want to kind of address things as a stretch under load is because if we don't stretch things, that's when we develop kind of tendon issues. We get tendonitis if we're like restricting the range of motion, and that's when we get elbow pain. That's when we get bicep pain, knee pain, things like that. We want to have a stretch under load. And that's exactly what's going on. I've had bicep tendonitis my entire lifting career, and it sucks. And that's what limited my bench leading up to the American Pro is I have bicep and shoulder tendonitis because it's so when doing like side raises and stuff, it's hard to get like maybe I'm just brainstorming at this point when like you bring it up, you control it down, and then do you maybe stretch it forward and have like a maybe that might be good because when you're doing like flies and stuff, you want as far out as possible so you get a bigger stretch in your chest. You can't get a stretch on the compound movements. You can kind of get a stretch on deadlifts, but it's you don't want to stretch during the compound movements. You want to stretch on the accessories. You want to lean into the hypoxic response of that by getting all the muscle fibers, the fast twitch, slow twitch muscle fibers. You want to get those going. You want to take all the oxygen out of your muscles by doing high reps, but you don't want to get to the point where you're getting injured. But you do want it's almost like it's not rehab, it's not prehab, it's intrahab, where doing proper form, you get a stretch and compress. Stretch, compress. That's what Kai Green used to be talking about. But I have a little bit of steppage left to do. Oh, nope, not a timer. I've got less than 1,000 steps left today, and then I'm going to go home, eat some Fruity Pebbles, and then go the fuck to sleep. So, you Bears and new friends, new internet friends, I appreciate all of you. Have a wonderful day.